Okay, quick video of the stuff that I take with me every weekend when I go camping. This is car camping, not base camping. I find that having a good camp kitchen is essential. So what I do is I take a canvas tarp here, I put it up on the tailgate of my caravan and make an awning there. Use my 2 trekking poles, works great. I got a couple of big aluminum tent pegs there, or old nails, log nails. Works fantastic. Little U-Dig-It trowel, some paracord, the mosquito net mill bar works fantastic. Plenty there, so I can make a great little camp kitchen, outside kitchen. For processing firewood, I always take some firewood with me. Usually a whole bundle of good firewood. I use this Irwin box saw instead of a bow saw. Fire pits, you can't rely on the grates there, so I keep a little backpacker's grill with me. Got a little camp hatchet, the S-wing hatchet. Water, two quart canteen, so that's 1 gallon of water. I take the U.S. Army Alice Pack external frame with shelf to haul my firewood. Again, I bring in 2 bundles of firewood, but then I'll forage for it or buy it, the next days. So those things, all come with me. I got the REI Flash Pack. That's just a light day pack that I just throw my stuff in if I'm going out on a day hike or taking a trip around the campground. For lighting, I use a kerosene lantern. I don't use the white gas or propane ones. This one doesn't, of course, put near as much light out, and it's somewhat dangerous because it's an open flame under the glass globe there. But I can run a long time out of this lamp oil, and it's enough to eat by and read by and play a game of cards by. I take a little AM/FM digital radio with short band, just keep it loud enough just so I can hear it. I hate people that blare it so other people can hear it, but it's a nice little entertainment. Usually go with my son, so we're taking our 2-way radios. If you want a place, if you're camping out over a few days, you're going to want a place to sit, and picnic tables aren't always available in national forests when you're camping off a fire road, so I take a couple of these tripod chairs. At night I sleep on this little 1/4-inch cell foam pad. I'm not going to get into what I sleep in. You see there's no sleeping bag here. That always varies. Sometimes I use a tent and a sleeping bag, a poncho tarp, a 10x10 tarp, all kinds of things. Mosquitoes and ticks and bugs, if you want to keep them away and off of yourself, use this permethrin. This is the Sawyer liquid. You spray it on with a pump. That stuff lasts a lot longer than the aerosol bottle. Denatured alcohol for my Trangia stove. I've mentioned that a number of times. Clothing, I always have a pair of leather gloves. I've talked about that. A pair of wool socks to sleep in. A wool shirt there for chilly nights, even in the middle of the summer. The nights get chilly. A little cap, especially in spring and fall. My silk long underwear, a rain jacket, and my poly vest. All that stuff packs up really small and compact. And I can take that on an overnight trip if I'm getting bivy overnight somewhere. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll go out for a weekend and then I'll bivy overnight, and I'll just take light gear with me. Just pick from here and keep my base camp. I got my USGI bivy and silk bag liner. I've talked about that. You've seen videos on that. Couldn't live without my Phoenix LD20 and my Becker BK11 neck knife. Those go with me everywhere. Small first aid kit. My open L folding saw, that goes with me everywhere. Process a little bit of wood. Some orange trail marking tape. A little 22 gauge craft wire to make bale handles out of for billy pots. My little condiments of salt, pepper, honey, olive oil, seasonings, matches. Some paper towel, my zebra billy pot, my Trangia stove, my Paderno baking pan with my mini tongs and a pot scrubber, 2 foldable cups, 2 sporks. Talked a lot about that. The trauma blanket is what I use for my ground cloth. The poncho I can use to make a shelter when I'm out on a day trip or even overnight. 1 quart Nalgene GSI stainless steel 18-ounce cup. Don't neglect to bring a good pair of camp shoes along with you, water shoes. They're just convenient to have. I use the Crocs, they don't weigh anything. I bring a little cooler because I bring some cheese and steaks and hamburgers or hot dogs for the first couple of days. Food, I kind of break it into three things. I got my carbohydrates, which is ramen noodles, scalloped potatoes, macaroni and cheese, pastas, spaghettis, all that kind of stuff. Then I got, so I got that. I got my comfort foods, which is candies, dried fruits, Cliff bars, my drink mixes, coffee, tea, hot chocolate. And then I have my proteins, which would be things like, beans and peanut butter and peanuts and almonds and jerky. And, my breakfast foods are in the carbohydrates, usually oatmeal. And that's it. I mean, I use just about everything here I bring. I just wanted to put it out there, something to think about, not bushcrafting, not backpacking, more base camping, but, I can haul this stuff a couple of miles easy if I want to.